up, y'all? Sorry we late, but we here just a little bit. What a night it was. Let me bring in my beautiful, the undisputed African queen. Yes, Miss My Afro Mamas. Sister, how are you doing first and foremost?
I missed you so much.
Are you back? Are you? Are you here for it? Miss
I
Dita,
thought-
aka Christina's in the building, and you know what that is.
I missed you so much, and I'm trying to adjust my light over here.
I miss you too. I'm so happy to see your beautiful, angelic face. How are you, Miss Lovely?
You know how it is.
You getting through it. You rocking through it. You a soldier. You gonna do that. But girl, so it looks like part 2 has came and the Whitlows came through strong tonight.
No, they did not come
It
strong.
was a battle between them and Dr. Francis.
They did not come
What
strong.
the hell?
They did not come any strong. They looked confused. They were not very transparent that they wanted us to believe they are. And that tells you they have a whole lot of problems. And y'all be coming for my people. Okay?
And your people, you mean who?
Letitia and Mark.
Okay. Of course.
Okay, of course. Of course.
However, the stuff between Letitia and Louis, though, first of all, it started off bad from the jump. She gets up out of her seat to take a phone call, doesn't even say anything, just ups and leaves. And you can see Dr. Francis was not having that. First of all, I liked how he went in on Louis about her. But Louis, like he said, that's his wife. He gonna protect her. So doing that,
that's not
some heat from Dr.
That's not protection. That's not protection.
What do you call that?
Bullshit.
Ooh, say it with your chest, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Why do you say bullshit? You call bullshit. I call bullshit.
Because he has been complaining about him having a intimate time, and intimacy does not necessarily equate to what everybody thinks, right? It can also be deep conversations, right? Or somebody like Dr. Francis who has taken time from his busy schedule. Respect his time, respect him being here. Try to you
go grab it, Gina. Go grab it.
I want Dina over here. I want Dina over here.
I don't know if Dina watched it or not. She probably don't. She probably didn't watch it. I always told her let me know when she watches it and she want to come up. I don't want to pressure her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She always welcome.
But confessions.
Yeah.
There was a whole lot of substance. And you know who I did not miss?
Hey, Checky Boo. Dina, you want me to send you the link? Do you want to come up? Let me know.
Confessions.
Yo.
That part of Melody and Stormy was not necessary. We did not need it.
You know what? Why was that even needed?
Hallelujah.
She could have had that conversation with her mama, and she did. So why you have to go and have it with Stormy? Just for Stormy to get some airtime, I guess? I don't know. But I did like her singing bowls, because I'm into singing bowls. I did like that. That was cute. But she said she goes in there every day, but she looking down at a paper like it's new to her. So I'm like,
what was that?
How long you been going in there, girl?
Tell me what that is.
What?
What you're saying that you're into it. Like whatever she was doing. What was that?
It was the singing bowls. It just sends good vibration in the aura around you and just sends energy to you. And I have one. My sister had got me one for my birthday, and I love it. Like every time I get to a moment, I just bring out my singing bowl. It's a cute small one. It's so cute. But she had like all those other ones. And she said Mel had asked her how often
Yes.
does she go in, and she said every day.
Yes.
But I noticed she was looking at a paper to tell her all of
which one is it?
So I'm like, well, how many days you been in there, girl? Just this week? I was confused a little bit. But maybe she just didn't want to get it wrong. So let me back. You know, I gotta play devil's advocate with myself.
If it's something that you do every day.
Okay, I'm gonna send you the link then.
If there's anything, it's something that you do every day, you really don't look at anything because
I mean, and there was only like what 5 or 6 of them. You can't remember 5 or 6. That's what I was just wondering. Like, okay, but hey, you like it, I love it. I ain't gonna trip. Yeah.
So then they get into this game. They're tied.
The rope tie game.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, of course, Marceau and Tisha did fabulous with it.
Of course.
And I figured that they would, you know.
Of course. Because, and you know why?
Why?
Confessions. Do you know why they did so good?
Why they do so good?
Because they understand their role in marriage. You know where you need to be, how you...
Yes, it was so unnecessary.
Yeah. You know,
forced upon who? Okay, go ahead now.
Okay, I was just saying, you know, that was that shows that they know, you know, each and everybody's role in the marriage. All right. And so they are in it together. You know, you gotta do this, I'll do this, so that, you know, you're not tying me too tight because you already know that's too tight for my wife. So then you're not gonna tie me that tight. Also, you know, I'm not gonna ask you, you know, carry me because you already know, you know, this is the pace that I do things. So then you're not rushing me so that I'm not having any, you know what I'm saying? You know me already.
Yes, they've had a lot of
practice. I can also understand because they have been in marriage the longest out of these 3 couples. Tiffany is just you trying to understand the guy, right?
But you know what? I would have been looking at them sideways had they not did the best out of it. Because they should have, of course. Yes. Y'all been married the longest.
Yes.
You know, between them, they, you know, and this is where it's weird because, you know, a lot of the viewers and the fans, they harp so much upon, you know, how Tisha and Marceau are in their marriage, how she's too submissive and he's too whatever, too controlling, whatever you want to call it. But when it came to this, you know, practicing how they practice their marriage, look how well they did, though. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, Marceau, Tisha, okay. Now, I say first, you know, condolences to her friend that passed, which is the reason why they were late. Miss Tina, aka Christina. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey. You want to jump in on this rope activity and what you felt about it?
I just kind of feel like they want to complain about everything.
Ooh.
She was like, why can't you understand when I said you were doing it too tight, that it wasn't like let me go and give up. It was like, you know, loosen the reins a little bit, but stay closer, or whatever it was she said. I don't know. It just gets to a point where it's like they start making it seem like can't nobody do nothing right.
But go ahead.
Put that comment back of checking you, boo. Put that comment back about people a lot of viewers do not understand exactly. Let me
let me just say I ain't even married, but I've been married, and I've just never seen it that difficult to communicate your wants and needs. Like I see this with a lot of the couples, especially Lewis and Tiffany.
Yes.
Like, he can communicate to the guys he needs more sex. She communicates she wants a baby. They don't communicate together. Like, how can, and I'm not saying these people are strangers, because I do know that, you got the brothers and people have been friends for umpteen years, but you're married to this person. So how is it that you can share these intimate secrets and conversations with people, but you can't have it with your partner?
But Dina, it is not that she's not communicating, that she needs more sex, but she's gonna run her mouth. She needs more sex. She wants a child, and yet
he needs more sex. He's saying he needs more sex.
He needs more sex. She wants a child.
He does.
But
like
Dr. Francis said, though, does she really want a baby, or is she really looking for the fact that she doesn't want to be alone? He has to try to break that down to her. Like
I saw that.
3 losses. She was put in foster care at birth, so that was 1 loss of her first set of parents. She was adopted by parents that weren't there for her, so that's another loss. Mm-hmm. And then, she got married and then divorced. So that's her 3rd loss. So he was breaking it down for her, and I think it did hit something that she probably never thought before, because she started crying at that moment. Like, she had a realization, like, this probably
she did that. She was crying. She cried, but yet at the confessionals, you're over there shading Dr. Francis, saying that you're not learning. He's not teaching you anything.
But at first, she's initially contradicting herself, because she said, I've never heard anybody put the things that happened in my past in that turn.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand that even though it's not a physical loss of a person, there needs to be some mourning, grieving, and healing from a certain situations as if it were a physical death. So she's had these losses, but has not processed them.
Okay, I just want to sit in on this comment right here. Thank you for joining and welcome. Please come back again. But Doran Hill, you're a new name. So Doran and April, let me know where y'all chiming in from. So April says, "Hi, I'm new and just joining again. Late, I believe I heard someone say that Marcel and Tisha did the exercise well. I heard Tisha say she was not going to jog. He stated jogging and she gave in." Oh
no. This is what I'm saying, because people already have this mentality that Tisha is submissive, Tisha is gonna be following, Tisha is gonna be doing this. So even when they're doing so well, even when they're professional who understand their challenges, Tisha has gone to this guy. She has expressed herself about her marriage, but the guy is congratulating them. But you were over here already saying, "Oh, she gave in." That is a problem. We are coming in with we have figured it out. We already know she's gonna be giving in everything that Marcel says. I disagree. April, I appreciate you for being here.
You're new. Allow me to introduce you to Maud here. She is Team Marcel and Tisha. So be ready to
and the Cape Crusader. Where your cape at, Maud? Mom, where's your cape? Did you borrow the cape from Kamisha Confession so you can throw the cape up there?
I need the cape. I do need the cape. Shoot, that's a great example of their family dynamic. And that's what I'm saying. They know these roles.
They know their roles. They know their roles.
And acting counseling role. First sessions are about introducing and creating. So checking your boo. You don't like Dr. Francis way of going about checking your boo. Hey, other girl. Hey, girl. Hey. So yeah. So what do you think about the dynamic, Dina, that the fact that they did win, and of course we expect them to because they've been married for 16 years, so they should have something down packed about that. But we still have to see the other activities that they go through and how they operate. You know what I'm saying? But I want to double back for a second to when Tisha, Kimmy called Tisha, and Kimmy kind of bust out the fact that Dr. Francis was there. Tisha did not tell Marcel that he was there. So yet again, she blindsided him a little bit.
No, that's fine. In my marriage, there are things that I know my husband is not gonna follow through. I know if I tell my husband we're gonna go see so and so, he's not gonna be in for it. So there are tactics that you have to play in a marriage. And nothing wrong with
if he had turned the car around and was like, forget this, I ain't going. I mean, he ended up showing up, but he could have did that, just like he didn't marry her ass right there in the church that they were standing in.
Not marry, renew.
Marry her again. Same thing.
Nah.
I like some of Dr. Francis points. His role was wrong. The goal is to keep people coming to the session of healthy resolutions. He acted unethically. Oh, well, damn. The only thing that I have seen her stand up to her husband regarding was giving her rude mother that money. Oh. She should have told myself.
I'm not doing that.
Yes, I agree. She should have told him.
I'm not doing it.
But luckily, he still came. So what else happened? So yeah. So how did y'all feel? So you seen that Kimmy and Maurice couldn't get it together. Did y'all notice how after the whole thing and they were sitting in the room, he kind of looked timid, like he was afraid to tell her that, you know, when you were leading, it was wrong, but when I tried something, it worked better for us. And you see how he tiptoed and walked on eggshells trying to tell her that, as if he was there to say something. How do you feel about that, Dina?
You know,
he really was like,
my whole thing with that is like, anytime you have to tiptoe around something, anytime you have to walk on eggshells, I just can't get with it.
Yes.
And that is true.
Right.
Like, we grown. I should be able to express my opinions. You should be able to express yours, you know.
Dina.
Yeah.
My gosh, your boobies are boobing.
That's the first thing I noticed, but I didn't want to sound no type of way.
That's because I got a tank top on today. Normally, I be covered up.
And a good ass bra.
Oh, yeah, this is my Soma bra.
Oh, okay. So I want to go back to the very beginning, and this is where I got mad. On network, y'all made me wait 3 whole damn months just for 10 seconds of awkwardness between Melody and Martell. They didn't even have no conversation. We left us on that cliffhanger, like, oh, there's about to be something, y'all. Stay tuned. Wait for this. And it was like, pow, bang, boom, nothing. I'm like, why are you teasing me? That was a straight tease. That whole entire little was nothing. They had their little moments where they just looked at each other, whatever, and then that was it. That pissed me clear the fuck off. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm like, what did I wait this long for? Nothing. They really made me mad with that. But I just had to get that out there and express that point. But now we can get on to some other things. So
I have a question.
What's that?
When Martell went to pick up the kids the last day of school, did they say yes, sir?
I don't know, but if you would have let me finish, that's exactly where I was getting to. So we see Martell and Miss Marlene in the car driving, and they were having a conversation even before they did get the kids, but they were on their way to pick up the kids. Mm-hmm. And you know, they were talking, having their conversation about what was said before on camera that Miss Marlene has said about Miss Van, and the things that just basically that, how they showed the picture in black and white of what had happened before. I totally forgot that what she said about Miss Van wasn't bad, but I see how Mel probably got mad at what she said about her when she brought up the fact that she said that Melody was just there while he was working his butt off and she was gonna kill him. And then she expressed to Stormy, she said, as you see now in 2022, I don't have a lazy bone in my body. So, be careful. Don't get your eyes stuck, honey.
Okay, I sent it to you on Instagram and Facebook.
What you said?
The cape.
No, she did. Lord Jesus, I can't.
I can't put it up on my screen, so.
Well, I would need it as an overlay. I would need you to email it to
transparent. Well, I couldn't. Okay, I'll email it to you.
Oh my gosh!
But anyway, so when they picked up the kids, they got in the car. Now I don't know what happened because you could see that editing had happened because when the kids got in the car, and then the next thing you know, they were driving off. There was something that happened in between that they didn't show. So I'm wondering what had happened there. We don't get to see it, but I know Melody didn't come out to the car because there's no way that she would. But you could tell that some editing was done right there because they showed him pick up the kids. And even before the kids had got all the way in the car, the next clip they showed, Martell was already driving off. Like they didn't get in the car, put their seatbelts on or nothing. They didn't show none of that. Mm-hmm. But I did not catch the yes, sir. But you got a problem with yes, sir, Maud?
Yes. Well, I cannot, like my kids, I have a 13-year-old, I have a 12 and 8. I wouldn't expect them to, when they're addressing their dad, to say, yes, sir. It's yes, it's dad, yes, something. That looks like very, it's like, I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Because I did, Ellen, because they left it on the cliffhanger. That's why.
You know what I'm saying? Because the relationship that I have seen between Marcel and his children is so close, so that this sort of thing rubs me in the wrong way. I don't know. I'm African. Maybe you guys do things different, but
Africans do that.
but the Africans do that though. But my kids are not gonna call you sir though. They're not gonna say yes, sir. It's dad. It's my husband.
How do you feel about kids saying yes, sir? You think that's not right, or are you cool with that?
Well,
not your kids.
It was crazy because I was taught to say yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. But versus what? Because that was, how I got knocked around, because I'm quick to say what. But we were taught to say yes, ma'am, and yes, sir. But my mama didn't like for you to call her ma'am. So it was weird for me growing up in two different households, because in one household, my father, so my grandfather on my father's side was military. And so it was always yes, sir, yes, ma'am, no, sir, no, ma'am. But my mom, even though my grandfather on her side was military too, she was rebellious of the strictness and the regimen and all that. So she didn't want you to say that. So I go to her house and say yes, ma'am, and all hell break loose. If I go to my daddy's house and say what or yes, then all hell would break loose. My childhood was confusing.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know what to say.
Either or. My parents didn't care. As long as I responded, that was good enough for them.
Well, that's what I just started looking at them like I responded, because I was just confused. As a young child, you get in trouble over here, you get in trouble you don't know what to say. So, but I taught my kids that when they're speaking to someone of a certain age, yes, or in authority, not just everybody on the street, because a lot of younger moms don't want to be called ma'am. So I just, when people are in of authority, older men and women, that are kind of like your grandparents type age or whatever, then, but please and thank you was always first and foremost important in all me growing up as a child and everything. So if you didn't have manners, it was rough, because my father's quite popular. So you never wanted to go somewhere and be reported and be reported back that you didn't have home training or you didn't have manners. You know what I'm saying? So you were always on your best behavior when you were out in public.
And you know what I'm saying is, the relationship that you have with your dad. I'm not talking about people outside, because you meet my kids outside there, they're not gonna be calling you by your first name. If they call you by your first name, they're gonna say Mrs. So and so or Mr. So and so, right? I'm talking about whatever I have watched on TV and the relationship that I have seen between Mattel and his children. And we kept saying, if there's anything that we can stand up for, is like Mattel is a good dad. And therefore, I was expecting that these kids to have such a great relationship with their dad, so that you don't have to call him sir. This is dad. Because there's a difference between you referring to your father as dad, compared to somebody else who's saying sir. You know what I'm saying? And you can say sir, like if my kids are they're going to college and they're having this conversation with their dad, at that point you can say, oh yes, sir. Yeah, but these are little kids. Yeah,
I don't, because like even now, as grown as I am, like I have like my dad's nickname is Bones. I have siblings that call him Bones. I was raised in a generation, the only time I use my parents' government name is if I was calling somewhere to ask for them. And then when they got on the phone, hey mom, hey dad, hey mama, hey daddy, you know what I'm saying? You don't use your parents' real name. It's mom, dad, daddy, whatever.
I never did either.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying.
Some parents, when you raising your children, they do it as a form of, when you're raising them to learn respect and strictness and form and how to be. And it's not, necessarily, I'm this, I'm that. You have to call me sir. But, to get used to it when you're around other adults to say, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. Because you will most likely address, other adults that aren't your parents like that. And it's just kind of a way of teaching and distilling it into their mind. That's how you address.
And that's okay at home for practice. But I guarantee you, even as strict as we were with the yes, ma'am, yes, sir, in my father's house, if I was to be out in public and call him sir, that would not have went over well. You say that to people, elders, or strangers you're showing respect to, or things of that nature, or elders in the family. You always call, your parents mom, dad, daddy, mama, whatever your loving term for, no matter where we're at. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, but I understand what Kiss My Secret is saying. This is an Alabama thing. Okay.
And that's where they are from. So,
okay. Yeah.
So, and like I said, it's a culture thing. It's different when you grow up everywhere, because you got slang from different places that you at. Because you know how someone can say something like, oh, you from Alabama, ain't you? That's an Alabama thing. It's just, where you are, like a culture thing. But it's like, how it is in different parts of the country. You talk different, you say different things to someone, and it's just a way of respect and just learning how to grow up and say that.
Especially like coming from the South.
I thought that was a certain thing that I just... Yep. Hey, Lady V, thanks for coming back. Thank you for joining last night. But yeah, so if a dad's seeking agreement from a child, how is that child supposed to respond? Is yes, sir. Okay. Right, a lot of people call their parents mom and dad. And I guess it just goes either way. Like I said, based on culture differences, exactly. It can go either way. So I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, if they prefer that, they prefer that. It's just everyone raises their children somehow differently and all that stuff. So it is what it is. But let's move on to something else. So let's talk about how
we did not have to watch Melody. How she did not have to be there.
What you talking about, Melody Mod?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, I just want to make sure. So also, when we get to the dinner table, it got heated at the dinner table between, again, it was like round 2 with the Whitlows and Dr. Francis, And then it's like, again, Kimmy called them out again, because Kimmy called them out when they were sitting in the living room on the couch when they first got there. And she kind of called them out again at the dinner table. So it was a lot of back and forth. And it was like they became, in the hot seat at some point at the dinner table. They were going back and forth with the whole sex thing and the baby. And then they got the impression that Dr. Francis was saying that possibly they act like, their marriage is fake and they putting on a facade. And how did y'all feel about that?
He was on point.
Well, here's the thing. Now, y'all know that I just really started watching the last season, right? But y'all been filling me in. So I remember there was a reunion or an episode where Tiffany and Lewis was basically dissecting everybody's relationship. Yes. Right? Am I correct? Am I correct?
The reunion.
Okay. Yes. So, and they were saying
Marceau and Letitia.
And they were saying other people's marriages were fake, or they were putting on facades and whatnot. That's correct, right? I remember that correctly.
Yes.
So, wow, if the pot ain't calling the kettle black now, or the shoes on the other foot, or however you want to say it, I'm probably saying it wrong because my brain is fried. But you know what I'm saying? They in the frying pan now, and they don't like the heat.
And that's what Kimmy was referring to. She's like, all that time y'all had something to say about other people's marriages and, want to give advice. But when advice is trying to be given to you, you don't want to reciprocate and take it. And you want to do what you will with it. And even Lewis, so you see how Dr. Francis asked Lewis, you read a lot of books, don't you? A lot of philosophy books. And he was proud of it. He was like, oh, yeah, I do. And he was like, yeah, I can tell. And
okay, well, I have a question.
Think his way out of his feelings.
Okay, I have a question. Okay, so Kiss My Cheek said everybody fake in some instance, right? So I know this is reality TV, but do you think people are going through things in their marriage that they don't want televised? Or
that was
because of the Mel and Martell drama that was going on for so long that they didn't want to add fuel to the fire of the infidelity or the marital issues. So look, we already got one couple that's relationship is on its way to hell. So let's just sweep our little issues under the rug until another season or something, because everybody's marriage can't be falling apart at the same time. So in that sense, people was faking their marriage was better than it was, so as to not to draw the attention away from Martell and Mel. I'm just saying
that would be messed up, because if that's the case, then that's the way it needs to be portrayed. Don't fake it, then that's just fake. This is supposed to be reality TV. If that's what's going on, you have your own. You can't just hinder things in your marriage to give someone else a spotlight. First of all, Mel and Martell don't have a spotlight for 4 damn seasons. They can get off the pot.
I know, but I'm just saying, for me, since I'm not as invested, for me, just sitting down to watch, I feel like there are things going on in people's marriages that are not being 100% discussed, because this other situation with Mel and Martell had took over for so long.
Right, and it's not just Martell and Melody, but also Letitia and Marceau, right? Because they have been season after season after season after season. Oh, they're cheating rumors. This, and on the side is the Whitlows. On the side is the Scotts too, Kimmy and Maurice. We have not had time to really dig into their marriages. We have been over here, be caught up with Melody and the ex-husband and Marceau and Letitia.
Well, you got to remember that, and they've said this. There comes to a point where they say what they want to actually be on camera and what they don't. They've made agreements within each other to not talk about and dish out certain situations on camera. Like they have their own, like, I guess, if you want to call it contract between themselves on what, can come out and what can't come out.
Right. But then
that's normal. That's a normal life. Like, me and my husband, if there are things that we are going through and I meet Dina out over there, we're having drinks. There are things I'm not going to discuss with Dina that I'm going through in my marriage.
Especially on camera. But to me, it seems like at the beginning of the season, it's like they draw straws, and then whoever gets the shortest straw is going to have the worst marriage that season, even though all of the couples could be going through it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like for the storyline purposes. So when I saw her comment about everything is fake in an instant, it's like, okay, you hint at some issues, but you don't dig deep into the issues because so much is going on with, because you don't want somebody saying, look, I don't know why they call this love and marriage because everybody's getting divorced. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why they call this love and marriage when everybody's relationship is falling apart. Everybody's in counseling every week. They fighting over kids. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's marriage has to be happy in the midst of the turmoil of other relationships failing. But it may not necessarily be true that their marriage is as happy as it's portrayed. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely. But Kiss My Cheeks, like, hit it around the head. Feel like people are creating stories that may not be true to create a show. And that's how I feel about Maurice and Kimmy coming out of nowhere talking about he need more sex and need it every day. First of all, you stole Lewis and Tiffany's storyline. That was
their storyline last part one.
Now he want to come in and talk like when? You ain't never before in any other things I've ever seen, any episode, any scene, talk about you ain't getting enough. Now all of a sudden this retreat come and this is what's going on. This is what you need. So I feel like that was definitely fake.
And see, when men start saying stuff like that, that's always what they say, a premonition. Somebody gonna get caught cheating or emotional cheating.
Exactly. Just what I see.
It's like they setting you up, and then you're gonna be like, I remember on part 2, episode 3, when he said he wasn't getting enough, girl. That was a red flag. You should have took care of your man then, and he wouldn't be out cheating. I can see it now. Y'all know I be speaking stuff into existence. I be calling it.
Girl, ain't that the truth? But yeah, so Maurice has said it before. He's not getting no sex. I don't believe that. They be going out on all types of trips and all that stuff lately. He getting enough. I just don't believe he ain't hitting that when he won't. Like, come on. I'm sorry.
Unless he just being greedy.
I mean, how much do you need? And so what if you ain't getting it every day? You need it every day. And he better be careful how he say that, because that's going to have rumors starting. Yeah, you need it every day and she ain't giving it to you every day. So yeah, you definitely out here cheating. Mm-hmm. Part of the cheating rumors too these days. So you got to be careful how you say it. Or
and you're giving people, like, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because in one moment you trying to communicate with your wife that you need XYZ, but at the same moment you giving the outsiders and the trolls ammunition.
Exactly. That's exactly the point. So you just got to be careful, because people going to take what you say and twist it however which way. You may try to be doing it for this, that, and the third, but people can see right through you on how that really goes and what that really is. So you definitely do got to be careful, because that's how shit gets started out here in these streets like this, especially in them small-ass Huntsville streets. You got to be careful. I'm just saying. I'm really just saying. But it was kind of cool also how Dr. Francis even got himself in the confessional now.
I loved it.
Oh, good. I'm like, okay, Dr. Francis.
I'm trying to see if Dr. Francis got a cousin or a brother. Cause he fit the profile, but he married, so I'm gonna let that slide on by. But you know, and he's old enough, he might even have a son. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'll let your girl.
Exactly. But that's real facts. I ain't even lying. For real. The storyline used to be they were freaks of the show. That's when the 7 years of a girlfriend. Oh, damn. That is true, though.
Oh, my gosh. Ellen, don't start with that girl. Don't start with that girl from Bell.
You crave it every day.
Ellen.
Now, that's true. But if that's the case, if Kimmy is getting it every day, should she be craving it every day, too? So if that is the case, what's the problem? Is it not good enough? And that could be a whole nother thing. Like, you be getting now your wife don't even want.
You know what? I'm gonna be real raw and authentic right here. Just because you getting it every day doesn't mean that it has the same effect on you. You know what I'm saying? So, for example, you male or female, whatever, you getting it every day, but it's that, all right, look, hurry up, let's do this because I gotta wrap my hair, I got a 6 a.m. conference call, you know what I'm saying? Or he's like, well, look, if you want some, come get it now because, you know, I gotta go down to the bar and put up some new lights and stuff, and, you know, I got a real 9 to 5 job.
I'm not coming. I'm not coming. You
know what I'm saying? Like, it could be.
No.
I'm with you. You come at me like that. No. I'm not coming either. I'm just saying it's like what did somebody say? Getting it every day does not mean it's the good. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm now if you getting that toes curl, eyes rolled in the back of your head, and the second you walk in the room, they looking sexy, and you can't wait to come out your clothes, be like, oh, let me hop in the shower right fast. You know, if you ain't got that excitement about it, if you just like, all right, let's hurry up and do this. You could be doing let's hurry up and do this every day. So just because you getting it every day doesn't mean that you getting it every day the way you want it.
But that can also go back to the rumors. What if she don't want to sleep with him because she feel like he actually is digging up in these other heifers out here on Huntsville Street? That's the whole thing. Like, oh, I don't want to.
And even if you do
this, that, and the third with this heifer, I heard.
But it's the mindset. Even if she is giving it to him, even if she is giving it to him, the mindset is if the mindset is I'm not doing this to please him and please myself. If you under the mindset of I'm doing my wifely duties, let me give him some so he won't go nowhere else. That comes across in the act. And men do it too. I'm not saying it's just the women. You know what I'm saying? A man will lay there and be like, oh, you getting on top this time because I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? That's not attractive to me.
I'll be tired. 200 way more than you are tired.
Be like, I'm tired too. So I guess we're doing it sideways then. I don't know. But yeah.
Listen.
You're right, Ellen G. Thanks for correcting me. It's some ATL heifers. Let's not forget. It is some ATL heifers. Look, I still got the picture.
Right. So you're tired? We are tired over here too.
I'm just saying, y'all. I think since I'm not as invested in the previous seasons, I do think I look at this differently because a lot of times people are like, oh my God, y'all been married all these years and y'all still do it every day. That should be enough. But if you're not being if the spirit inside you is not being awakened during the act like you crave, then you just going through the motions. It's like if you an accountant, you get up, get to work, drink your coffee, type up all your reports, go to lunch, come back, type up some more reports and go home. It becomes mundane. It becomes work. It's not fun. It's not pleasurable. It's not what it's supposed to give.
And that's what Dr. Francis was trying to say, that marriage, you gotta be intentional. Because he was speaking to the married couples, he's telling them you gotta be intentional every single day.
But he also said about the schedule. If you have that certain thing and you're like doing it on the schedule, he said you're gonna schedule yourself right out of a marriage. So that pertains
but that's
to
being intentional. That's being intentional. It's you saying, no matter what, this I am purposed to not have my marriage fail. So you're being intentional every day.
Every day.
Every day. When you get up in the morning.
That's marriage. Don't you kind of have to be intentional?
Because let me tell you something. I've already had one failed marriage, and in the event I should ever get married again, in the vows, failure is not optional. Okay, so that's gonna be in there. You know, when they said love, honor, obey, for richer or poor and all that, failure is not optional. It's gonna be till death do us part. Failure is not optional.
Jackie will say, bring the hump or keep that dog. I cannot.
Right.
And yes, you do have to do work every day. It is a marriage. You are married to this person every day, so you have to work for it through it every day. I did like what Doc said, put the marriage first. Yes, if you don't put your marriage first, it's about to be a wrap at some point. Because if you don't put it first, you can put it second, and then you don't got no problem.
And that's what Letitia was complaining.
And all of a sudden, it's nothing to you anymore.
And that's what Letitia was complaining to Marcel about. Like, you're so busy out there, and I'm over here, just me and my kids. You are not. And then him on the other side saying, I'm doing everything that I'm doing over here just so that we can have a family together financially. So you gotta be on the same page, you know?
I mean, you have to, unless it's gonna be a problem. And that's the problem with Lewis and Tiffany. They just ain't on the same page, you know, because you see how when that whole thing about the whole teacher thing came up, you see how in the confessional how she got like really at a point with him because it was not good. She was like, I don't know what you teaching me. And he was like, I thought we and that was like a moment like she was taking a dig, like she was really feeling some kind of way at that point. She had a moment where she was like, you know, F him because she didn't like that. But I guess at what point, because he did have her back the whole time. I mean, I felt like the reason why he was going back to Francis
I want Dr. Francis to come back to the reunion. That's what I'm saying.
I was hoping he would have been at the last reunion. He should have been. That's why I was like, why was he not there? So if he in the confessional this season, he better be at the reunion this season. And that's on God. On God.
Look, we need to send Carlos King a direct message on Twitter and let him know that.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tiffany, she put everything before her marriage. Ooh, damn. Well, I mean,
you can't do that. You can't have
being a mom more than she enjoys being a wife. And
and here's the thing with marriage. It's like, you ever been in school and you get paired up with somebody to do a project, and then you do all the work and they just kind of sign their name on it and y'all get an A, so as we get an A. So this isn't that type of scenario. If you don't do the work, something's gonna fail. It's based on participation. So both of y'all need to participate to pass. You know what I'm saying? Because if one person is doing all the work, one person is doing all the effort, one person is doing XYZ, it's not going to work, because eventually they're going to get tired of doing all the work and not getting reciprocated.
And that's real. And I don't know if she feels like that's what's going on, but I feel like she feels, you know, she does everything else in the marriage. It's like she does everything else right, except, you know, giving them some every day. And for some reason, that's a problem to her. But how can that be a problem to you when that's the only way you're going to have a baby? Unless you know, adopt maybe, or, you know, get a foster child or whatnot. I don't know how else I don't understand how she can be that mad at him for wanting it every day when that's what is required for what you want yourself. He wants sex, you want the baby. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, but they're probably using some type of birth control because he ain't ready to have no baby.
Well, is she even ready to have the baby? Because again, is she just looking for, you know, someone that's going to be there for her? Like,
he's looking for a love void, something to fill the love void. That's what she wants.
What do you mean? Did they have a last reunion? I don't understand the question. Checking your boo.
Did they have a last reunion? I don't think so because of the COVID.
Yeah, they did. That was when after the reunion, Destiny and Letitia were in the hotel and Melody heard, and that's why she ain't talking to Letitia to this day. Oh, let's talk about that for a second. So I don't know if y'all know and who was all up on live before, but so Carlos King had dropped a post saying that him and the girls were going to be live at 7:00 Eastern time before the show. It was supposed to be him, Kimmy, Mel, and Letitia. So when it came down to it, Kimmy and Mel joined, but Tisha wasn't there.
No, because she was having difficulties. She was not able to join.
She went and did her own live.
Yes.
But then at some point, Carlos and Kimmy jumped on her live and they did a live with her. I ain't buying the difficulty thing. She did not want to be there with Mel, and I don't think Mel really wanted to be there with her. That was the thing, because after they got off with Mel, they both went and jumped on with her. Yes. I'm like, okay, so that goes to show this season that the girls do not, put their differences aside. And
it's not the girls. It's not the girls. It's Melody and Letitia. It's this two.
However, the season hasn't gone on yet, so they probably didn't want. If they did, they probably didn't want to show either that they cool again, because for them to be on the same live would show that they did, come to terms with each other and get back well. So we could go either way. We don't know. They could have did that for the show, or they could have did that because it really didn't happen between them. I'm just saying.
That's a good one.
Yes, Tisha was a huge. He should.
Stop it. Kiss my shit. Stop it.
I knew someone was gonna bring that up. I just knew they don't like each other, and I like that they were not fake about it. Exactly. Keep it real. That's what reality TV is about. Carlos kept having trouble with his live. Kimmy tried and had a problem with her live. Next, Mel tried, but Tisha could not join because Mel and Tisha had each other blocked. And that was the thing. So there were people in the comments saying that she had blocked her. I don't know if Mel had said that or not, but you can clearly go and look and see if, not see if they're blocked, but to see if they even follow each other or not. But the thing was that they couldn't. No, women don't make up that fast after a fight. Well, shit, they've been fighting ever for 2 years, though. How much longer can we keep going? Letitia show class, Mel was talking about it was a sign that God was showing her favor. God wasn't doing anything.
Hey, don't be God. Don't be
God don't bless mess. Amen.
Yes,
ain't that true? Because that could have turned into a whole situation had she been on there. And if they ain't cool, people would have sensed the tension and everybody would have knew that something was up, and it would have been all about what they was going through instead of trying to talk about what the show was really about.
I still remain. I started watching this show from the very first episode. I still admire Letitia's in muscle marriage. I still love them. Y'all can go over here, talk about Mattel's bag. Well, that is the bag. You go ahead, get busy. But you're over here creating and developing Scott's Manor, right? They are building. It's Black excellence, So go ahead.
You just had to get that out there, huh? You just had to. Okay. Your glass is empty, honey. Your glass is empty.
Hold on 1 second.
That don't make no sense. She didn't even get that last drop down her throat before she got up to go.
What do you mean it doesn't make any sense? She said that it has no. Wait a minute. Before even I go get my drink.
Kiss my cheeks. She said, not that house in the jungle.
take that Django. I'll take that Django any day.
Shit. You killing me. Oh, shoot. Letitia had a lot of people supporting her on her life while Carlos, Kimmy, and Mel were on her life. Carlos finally came to Letitia's parade probably because she carried on. And that's what I'm saying. She was getting, because I was on hers and she was getting mad support. Like everything was positive. People were saying every which way things on Carlos, Mel, and Kimmy's live. But hers was like straight positive on hers, which shows a lot about her, which is a good thing. But still, why is it so hard? What is the thing between them? Like, what does Mel need from Tisha and what does Tisha need from Mel in order for them to come to some type of situation where they can be cordial? And I don't think the fact that, Marceau and Martell had they fight that helped them at all.
Melody needs to understand that Letitia is not going to divorce her husband. That they are two different people, two different marriages. The way you react to situations, you should not, and even if you guys knew each other in college, doesn't necessarily mean the way you're going to react to a situation is the way I'm going to react to a situation. And therefore, she has to get over it. She has to realize Letitia is going to keep her marriage, Letitia is going to keep her family, and she needs to get over it. Go ahead, continue selling your skincare.
So Marcel is a cheater that strong-arms his wife into getting his way. Oh.
What facts do you have?
It's funny that she said that because that did bring something to mind. So in the confessional, when they were having their moment talking about how, her friend passed away. To me, it looked like Tisha was mad and upset at something. But then you saw Marceau, because first of all, they were like, you could fit almost a whole nother person in between them in that confessional. And then he reaches over to her, and he starts grabbing at her and things like that. And it looked like she was trying to nudge, like she really didn't want to be close to him at that moment. It looked like something completely else was going on at that moment. I know, but I have to say it. I have to look at what I seen. She looked like she was upset at him or at something. I don't know what it was, but he kept trying to bring her over and all this stuff, and she wasn't budging at first. And then she finally did, and then she started crying. But I don't know what was actually going on in that confessional, because that seemed like something totally different than the whole situation. It just looked a little different to me, like what was really going through her head at the moment, because that wasn't the same thing that was going on. It just wasn't.
But this is her friend who died, suddenly died. That was not Marceau's friend. That was Letitia's friend.
It's actually Mel was mad because her marriage didn't work and put her business out there. Yeah, she did put her own business out there. If I don't violate, let me not speak in peace. That's point blank, period. So, Dina,
for a check, no less. For a check, she put her business out there for a check. Let's be clear.
That's fact, and that is fact, because because they talk about a lot. Remember, like when I said before, they got together and they talked about all what would be discussed, what they could talk about on camera and what couldn't. So I guess that was one of the things that wasn't supposed to be talked about at first, was Mel and Martell.
That's what made it pop, though.
Mel put her own shit out there, and they was all looking like, oh, snap, really? Now you putting your own out there? Okay, I thought we weren't supposed to talk about that. So that's what took everybody else for a loop at one point in the first season.
Well, to me, because like I said, I've loosely followed it the first few seasons and really started getting invested. For me, it was like one or two things. Either you put your business out there because you wanted to make the show pop, or you was laying the groundwork down to get divorced and come on top and project your career. But at the same time, it also could have been I'm gonna put it out there. We gonna get back together. Black love survives until everybody else, started going crazy about the situation, and then the backlash of the fans, like, you must be stupid if you still stay with this man. So I don't know what her original goal was it to get the show popping? Was it to lay the groundwork for the divorce? Was it to come back together and be this great love story? But like we've seen in other shows, the fans get to talking and the backlash and the feedback, and then it's like, okay, I gotta divorce this man, I gotta leave this man alone, because now that everything's out, he went and started embarrassing her out in the streets. The side pieces was embarrassing her out in the streets. You can't come back from that. Like, if she was ever to get back with him, it would be a tragedy.
Well, that's the thing. She kind of did, or she tried, because she ended up getting pregnant with Sugar Mama.
Right. But I'm talking about after they divorced. Everybody didn't have that. Okay, let me hit it one more time. Let's reconcile. I get that part. I'm saying after they got divorced and everything took place, that, with all the lives and the videos and the, whatever. Now, you know what I'm saying? At some point, it might have been reconcilable when Sugar Mama came about. But at this point today, after everything that's took place, it cannot.
Well, it became a cannot when it was reconcilable when Sugar Mama came about, but when Knox came about, it was oh hell no. That's where that came from. But April says they used the excuse that they were late because of the nanny or babysitter. But then when they arrived, all of a sudden her close friend had passed. Which one was it? And that's what I'm talking about, April. That's what we can't hear you, Mike. We can't hear you.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And that was the thing, because he's like, oh, I'm going. As soon as he heard Keisha say whatever, that Dr. Francis was there. But then they showed up and it was like, the wife she said, oh, she looks mad. So then all of a sudden, now you hear the friend passed away. And that was what did it for me. I'm like, okay.
But is there a possibility?
That ain't what you said before, boo-boo.
But is there a possibility that she received this news, and because of editing, we don't know what, but she might have received this news while she was on her way?
But the whole nanny thing was all the way out the door. Nothing else wasn't about that.
Yes.
And like I said, something just seemed wrong in the confessional when they were sitting there. That's what I'm saying. She was mad at first at something. And he was trying to get her close to him. She was not moving at first. And then at some point, she finally just broke down for whatever reason. And it probably didn't even have to be the friend. It could have been for whatever. Something else was going on. For real.
And I wish they disclosed that, because that's real life. That's real marriage. Listen, sometimes, I want to be by myself.
Not a pissing contest, checking you, boo. Plus, there's only a few exes, babe. The fair was gonna come out, and fucking even says pay me for my pay. So pay me for my pain. I think she meant to say. Yeah, we know it's the same thing. It was a hookup. That's what I'm saying. Something was different. I feel what you was saying, girl. Yeah, something was off. I'm just saying. It's just something just seems off. And maybe the friend died, but maybe the friend didn't die.
But Ellen, you have to go, because you are the one who invited everybody into this retreat.
But if your friend died.
Exactly, but you cannot say that you're not going to go to this retreat because your friend has died, though, because the retreat is not going to take weeks.
Yep, and that's true too. I mean, I'm going to have to need her to elaborate on that, and I'm going to have to ask Carlos to ask that question at the reunion. Point blank, period.
Yes.
Because something in the milk ain't clean.
Yeah.
Right here. Something in the milk is just not clean. Period. Right. No one can predict that. And that's true. But I'm gonna need them to figure that out. Like, when did that happen? So hopefully we'll hear more about that leading on, and we can see what
because
really
even when she was coming, even when she was coming in, I don't know who it is that said Letitia does not seem happy.
She did seem happy.
She did not seem happy. Somebody said that when she was coming into the retreat with Dr. Francis.
Ariana's live right now. I wonder what she's talking about.
Jesus.
You know, she's been live all day because, you know, today's the day. She goes live all the time, but she makes sure she goes live every time the show premieres a new season. Like, she makes sure she's there, right there, front and center. I'm like, girl, please, ain't no one thinking about you no more. Not at this point. So what else happened? I'm trying to get to my notes because I didn't do pictures because some other things did go down. But what was it? So the dinner, my teachers was up late. Yeah, I even wrote that. She had looked mad. But yeah, I think that was basically the whole entire episode. I think we hit all the points. Only part I didn't care for was when again, Melody and Stormy. They could have kept that whole entire scene. It didn't do nothing for me. I wasn't there for it. What is y'all both looking down at your phones? Pay attention to me.
I'm paying attention, but I'm hungry.
I was checking out Ariane. There's nothing she's doing. She's in a bar.
Look, I'm on Uber Eats trying to order me some food. Okay.
Gotta soak up that liquor.
You know, I ain't even eat yesterday. We were so messed up after. Well, I was so messed up after Sons of Anarchy. I didn't even eat. I just went to sleep.
Girl, I haven't really eaten.
And that's you. That is you, April. We are all different. The way you expect to react to situations is not the same way you're gonna expect me to react to situations. So you cannot say that. You cannot say that. You cannot say that. We are all different. We respond to situations differently. If you are all the same, oh my goodness, the world will be boring. But the way my sister Confessions, who is my little sister, the way she's gonna react to situations ain't the same way I'm gonna react to situations. Ain't the same way Dina is gonna react to situations. So if her friend died, we cannot say, oh, because my best friend died, I'm gonna be reacting this kind of a situation this way. And so because she never reacted the same way that you expected her to do, it's not. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm just saying, okay. It's not that the best friend died per se.
No, but I don't. No. Confession.
Yes.
She is questioning the way Letitia reacted to her friend dying. We are not entitled to that kind of a reaction. We don't know. We don't know.
Okay, that specifically, yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying.
We don't know. And so you cannot come over here saying that, if my best friend died, I will not be going to any retreat. You don't know that. You don't have that kind of an information. You don't know that.
That's what I'm saying. I hope more is elaborated on the next episode because I'm sure that is going to be a thing that is talked about. I'm sure we are not the only ones talking about that moment because it just seemed kind of weird. You put everything else together along with that because everything that was said before that moment, and then you arrive.
Yes, I agree with you on that one. I agree.
Like, okay, so if you're already late because of the nanny, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're late even more. You were already on your way, though. So if you're already on your way and you get the news, what made you late? Like, did Marceau, turn off the road and stop and console her? Like, you were already on the road, so how did that make you more late than you already were? If the only thing was to say if you did get the news,
but the three of us,
you were on the road.
But the three of us understand the reality shows. We already know the editing. We already know how much editing that goes into this production, how much editing that goes into it. So we are not naive into this in this kind of a situation. Who knows? Maybe they did that. Maybe they talked about it, but they did not show us. You know?
April.
Look, did you check your email yet? Confessions, did you check your email yet?
Oh, no.
Because of my
Oh shoot! Let me see if you brought it through. Oh.
First of all, I am not mods. I am the undisputed African queen. I remain mod Afro Mama. I'm not mods. I am the undisputed mod Afro Mama.
She's new. She's just getting used to. Okay, cut her some slack. But I'm sure she won't forget now. I'm sure she won't forget now.
She could never.
Never. Okay. See,
I remain
just telling me if I
the undisputed.
See, I'm trying to. I'll probably have to go to it. Hold on.
But yeah, April Rains, I love you. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. You know,
I make sure you come back.
You know how Maud be. Did you subscribe? Did you subscribe? Did you subscribe?
Subscribe.
Please subscribe. Please definitely subscribe. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can get.
I love her energy. Go ahead, April. I love her. You know, I love this energy. Go ahead.
We all know. We definitely all know. Hold on, let me see if I got this. I think it came through. Let's see if we got this. Boom!
Really?
Really? Now, those of y'all that are new,
Dina,
ongoing thing with Kamisha Reviews.
I don't know what you're talking about, Mom.
Dina, so you are busy.
Dina,
you are busy ordering your food and trying to shade me. Okay, that's what
I sent that 30 minutes ago. She just now getting to it. I'm already on the. I can't decide what I want to eat though.
You still ain't ordered?
I can't decide if I want Mexican. 10
minutes, you still ain't ordered no food.
I can't just. Well, see, look, Mexican will be here faster, but then I really want this chicken salad from Denny's, but it's gonna take an hour, so I haven't decided yet.
Calm your nerves.
I might be sleeping an hour.
Listen.
Checking you, but Mark will be back soon. I talked to him. He's a little bit busy, but he said he is thinking of all of us. I talked to him last week. He is fine. He said he will be back soon. So calm down. He'll be back.
Don't worry. We got you.
I've been subscribed. Plus, I was able to find the last night. Mine ain't mean. She just don't had a couple of drinks. And if you come from Marceau Letitia, she will let everybody and their mama have it. If you want to get under my skin, just say something about Tisha Marceau. Done. Period. That's how you can get to her. She's so gullible when it comes to them. She has a soft spot. She loved them forever. So when it comes to them, yeah, she gonna be mean. She gonna put it on for you. She gonna da da da. She gonna da da for Marceau and Letitia.
Yeah, throw it up there one more again.
Da 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 da. Da da da! You gotta say the da da da.
Da da da. That's for, and the W stand for Wakanda.
Oh shit!
You hear me? Did you hear what I said?
What'd you say?
The W stand for Wakanda.
Ah! Forever. Mom, where you go? I know she had to refill her drink already. It's gonna be a season he likes to say about herself. Oh snap! A lot of people don't. A lot don't. But I am right along with I will stand up for what is right. I am T Marceau Letitia.
Wait, what did you say, Wakanda?
I said the W on your cape stand for Wakanda.
Yes. and apologetically African yes. I love it. Wakanda. Yes.
Y'all gonna make me out tonight. I can't forever. That's right, forever. That is right. That is right. That is right. So what y'all want to see now that we've gone through this first episode? Do y'all okay? Did anyone feel that because I had a thought. And you gonna get mad. So let me get ready to put the cake back up on the screen in a minute. But look, fix your face. Fix your face. Fix your face. Fix that. So I had a thought, a theory, if you will. Follow me. Okay, so y'all know that Marcel did not. We know he really did not want to go to this retreat, right? He didn't go to this retreat. Calm down, calm down. Just make your drink. Cut your lemon. Okay? Cut your lemon. So he didn't want to come to the retreat. He made this about the nanny, but he finally came. Now, when he came, he was all in, though. When he came, he got there. He was attentive. He was talking. I mean, he was more into it, I would say, than Lewis was, okay? But I had a thought, because we know how Marcel liked to be in his mindset. Could he, just follow me, could he have been, I said follow me, Mike. Could he have been so over into it and so just being able to be on top of his game with it? The fact that if he doesn't succeed in this, then Letitia will make him come to another retreat. So could he be overdoing it to show that he put his all into it and gave everything that he had, just so in fact that she'll never ask him to do this again?
That's not him.
I cannot see Marcel coming back to another retreat or a session.
That's not him. That's not him. He doesn't.
So you'll think regardless he'll come back for another retreat or a session. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Mike. So it can't be both ways.
That's not him. That's not him.
What's not him? What you mean?
Faking anything. If he doesn't want to be in a scenario, if he doesn't know, listen, he told the wife, I'm not going to be coming over here. You know, if you need help.
I am reaching. No. That was the point. It was a theory. Yes, it's reaching, honey.
He told the wife that if you want to go find help with Dr. Francis, go ahead and do that by yourself. I'm not going to be joining you. Marcel is not shy about the things that you want to do. You can't go to a couple retreat
by yourself.
No.
But she doesn't, not she, but Dr. Francis does individual therapy too, right?
He does.
So,
yeah, that's how she was doing.
So that's why he's like gone by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't going to those ones.
He went once.
And he didn't know he was going to that
and he was called out.
He didn't know what that was about either.
Just like the Whitlows.
He didn't know. He ended up there and not knowing what it was.
Just like the Whitlows are being called out. You tell me when the next time the Whitlows are going to be joining Dr. Francis. You tell me. I'm here waiting.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
If he goes through all of this, regardless if it works or not, do you think he would go back?
No.
He did. That's the point I'm saying. Could he be making sure?
Your theory is wrong.
I'm okay. That's fine. That's what I was just saying. I don't mind being wrong. That's the difference between me and you, Mike. I don't mind being wrong.
I could never.
Oh. Is that right?
Yeah.
Never, ever.
Never.
So that's the point I'm saying, though. I was just putting it out there. I was asking everybody else on that. It's not a yes or a no, right or wrong. I was just putting something out there. Y'all know how I do. I just put it out there. You didn't have to dun-dun-dun, okay? There was no need to dun-dun-dun for that.
I love you. I love you, small sis. You know.
I love you too. So, what we ready to see this season?
The fight. And I'm not ready. I'm not ready to see your girlfriend because
I was ready to see this non-existent talk between Mel and Melody, and I've already been disappointed on that.
Not Melody. Not Melody, the other girlfriend that you have.
Wait, girlfriend? Who? What?
The other one that you like very much.
Who do I like very much?
From what's her name? The teacher.
I don't know who you're talking about.
The one
you talking about Tisha's cousin?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if we'll see her the second.
We don't want to see her. Go back to where you came from. Go back.
You don't want to see her. Okay.
What's her name? What's her name? She doesn't know. She doesn't remember.
It starts with a God damn it. I can't think. I'm drunk.
Wait, her name?
No? Okay.
Yeah. It's a cousin to Letitia. What's her name? The one people were she was DWI or something. She was on medication and she was whatever. What's her name?
Medication?
Well, that's why she had a DWI.
Why you gotta ring up all shit?
No, because I want to try to you remember the name. What's her name? Tiffany?
I'm trying to figure it out. I just talked to her the other a few weeks ago.
Guys, whoever in the chat, what's the name of this girl?
Everybody forgot. She didn't come on enough. That's what I'm trying to find out. I just talked to her too, which makes it so messed up. It starts with a K. That's all I can remember right now.
What's her name, you guys? Confession, maybe
I'm trying to figure it out.
Maybe they told you here on the chat.
Kiki, thank you.
I just said that.
Oh, did you? Well, speak up.
I did. I said Kiki, and you're like, no, that wasn't her. That's what Mom said. That's not her.
Oh, well, that's why, because I always heard mouth. That's why.
Can somebody that was listening verify that I already said Kiki?
And how you gonna say you don't know what was she the investigator? Ma, you underestimating her?
I said Kiki. Y'all was talking about the cousin. Kiki's the only cousin I know. And then Mom was like, no, that's not her name. You know, she had the DWI. She went on and on and on and on.
See, Ma? See?
Listen.
Calm down. Calm your tits.
Yeah, because I remember Kiki being in the kitchen telling all her business.
Yes.
Look, now, we don't been through this. She ain't tell her business.
She alluded. She alluded and implied.
Don't make me see if I can find this clip. Do I still got this clip in my video? Let me see if I got
Especially because then people were so thirsty to hear negative information about her that anything she said, and she said too much. She should have just not said nothing so they couldn't have said something. But what she did say implied and eluded in context.
But when I heard her on that stage so easily start making faces while Destiny and I are discussing our issue, and then for her to say, this girl tried to destroy my marriage. I was like, she's still on that bullshit. Can't do it.
But Mel,
I can't do it.
You definitely did not try to do that.
I know I didn't. But you her cousin, you've been around her. Do you feel like she
had
an inclination or has seen anything?
I feel like
or is these the first since this 2018? Are these the first rumors or anything?
No, I'm not gonna say these are the first rumors.
Oh, okay.
You know, not the first rumors, no.
So she's heard before all okay.
Let me say things have, come to
She
her
said nothing
where
specific.
She had to Marceau's relationship. You know, her truth for her is that she has not seen any of the things that people have accused Marceau of. Everybody.
I can never rock with people like that ever in my life. Ever.
First of all, she was asked the question, and like she sat there and ran down the whole entire thing.
Pause for 1 second. Who was that in the confessional?
Wallace leading the witness. Thank you, kiss my cheeks. Yes.
Okay, wait. Who was that in the confessional at the end? Because Candy had that same dress on.
Kimmy. It was Kimmy.
That's Kimmy. Everybody don't have that same dress on.
Oh, okay.
That's Kimmy.
Kimmy, Irena, Mel. Because Mel wearing it in her confessional this season.
Listen to me.
Tonight.
Listen.
Everybody don't have that dress on.
Listen.
I'm so tired of seeing that dress.
Dina and Confessions, if you ever insinuate things to people like this, that's where I draw the line. That's why I say, oh, I was wrong into thinking these are my sisters. I was wrong into thinking that I can confide into these girls. I was wrong. And listen to me. Dina and Confessions, we got to know each other through social, through Kamisha reviews, right? These are people who grew up together.
Here's my thing. If my cousin not there, I'm not saying not a damn thing.
Exactly.
If y'all be like, you ever seen your cousin's husband cheating? Have you heard about your cousin's husband cheating?
No.
I don't know nothing that go on in that house except for when I go to Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner. I could tell you if the turkey was on point. I could tell you who made the mac and cheese and the potato salad and the ham was banging with them pineapple slices. But don't you ask me where my cousin's husband been, because I don't know. And if I did know, I'm still gonna say I don't know.
Okay, but Dina, very many people have been compromised because of a check. Many people have been compromised because of the money that you're putting in your pocket, because of the exposure that you're having. We'll not be talking about this if Kiki was not invited. Kiki is a nobody. Kiki was nobody. Kiki was a nobody.
No. Was anything. Kiki, she was only on for a couple of episodes.
Kiki, we will not be talking about Kiki. If Kiki did not show up and if Kiki did not say those things that she said, right. That's what I'm saying. So that you have decided you're going to compromise on everything you raised up. You guys keep talking about the South, and I quit the South to Africa. Right? The respect that you have for institutions, family, marriage. That she failed.
I don't know what house she was raised in, because in any black house I've been raised in, and I went back and forth between my dad, my mama house, and my grandma house. What goes on in this house stays in this house.
Hallelujah. Confession, what do you have to say?
I have to say is
go ahead. Say
that sometimes, look, this is my opportunity. I'm gonna put on my cape for Kiki, because first of all, it's like this: they were not even in the best spot. Period. And like
it don't matter.
What was leading? It is not like she said.
And I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I agree with you. Mel was leading, but you don't put yourself in the midst of your family's enemies and speak on anything.
Keisha at that point knew that she was Mel's enemy. Since we want to keep
I'm just saying. Like here's the thing. Let's say we all cousins. The three of us here is cousins, right? I will cuss you out on Sunday. I can see a chick that don't like you on Monday, and I'm going to act like we best friends. I'll cuss you out on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and tell you I can't stand you. On Friday night, you go to the club and some chicks get with you. You call me. I'm going to be right there. I'm going to beat all them hoes down, and I'll get back in the car and not even speak to you.
That's what I'm saying. Now, Dina You are making.
That's how we do.
Dina, I am starting questioning confessions.
Y'all have to also understand that this is a show and they talk about certain things they say that you have to talk about. If that was the point, then why was she?
So, I do not give a damn what you're telling me to talk about.
Look,
I am not.
All I can say is she should have gave her some of that check or something.
She ain't said nothing that nobody already knew, though.
No,
you know what? We sit here debating this,
conversation,
but the producers did it for ratings.
Teacher had a conversation. They cousins. Oh no, me and Teacher ain't said nothing.
Because I tell you straight up, every man that ever cheated on me, I got this one cousin. She know from the time we started hanging out, and she was 5 and I was 7, and she know all my business. So that's 40 years. She know 40 years of business.
She know all of her business too, but yes, she did not tell it. All she said was they had a conversation, and of course they did. They cousins,
and the girls, like how they said, the girls ran with it.
And they took the initiative and ran with it and made it what they wanted. But all she said was they had a conversation. She didn't say what, how, what time, where Marco was, what color drawers he had on when he said it.
We don't give a damn. We don't give a damn about anything. We are saying she added into the fire. She continued the same narrative.
Fire.
Me personally, I don't care what the producer said. If it was me and they said, I'd have been like, I am not at liberty to discuss that information. That is family business. If you want to know, you need to consult with Letitia or you need to consult with Marcel.
Y'all my girls, right? If someone came and just said, and someone said that such and such, y'all, it would be just a bold-faced lie to say, oh no, Confessions ain't told me nothing. We all know that's a lie. Everybody know that I talked to you. That's like just
no, it don't. Look, I'm not gonna say that you didn't tell me nothing. My statement is I am not at liberty to discuss the situation with you. If you need further information, you need to go to the source. I don't even give out people's phone numbers or contact information. I don't either.
But you saying that same thing what she said, just in a different word. Yes, we had a conversation. That was it. Y'all act like she went and told her.
But here's the thing: when you got thirsty females here's the thing. You have to know your audience. They tell you that, HR all the time, know your audience. If you're around a bunch of thirsty bitches that's trying to get dirt and tarnish your marriage, anything you say can be used against you in the court of the Huntsville streets, okay? So at that point in time, I would not have given them anything and still kept my composure and still been cordial. I'd have just been like, I don't know nothing about it. You need to discuss that with her. I'm not at liberty to speak on that. Even if you said we had a conversation. So then they go and they say, oh, well, they had a conversation, so she know Marcel is cheating.
That they went and ran with it. That ain't Kiki's.
It's not. But you should not have had yourself in the presence of the enemies, and you should have known that they was the enemies when she wasn't there. Okay. If we all friends, if we take our whole collective a group of friends, and y'all have a get together, and I'm not there, and I live in the same city down the street, I can hear y'all partying and I'm not there. You don't think somebody would be like, Dina's not here. Something must be off in the group. They start talking about me. Personal information about me. Are you going to say anything? Because you're like, ain't it weird Dina not here to defend herself? Ain't it weird that all of a sudden everybody want to talk about Dina? That wouldn't pique your interest, like something is off here. I
want to nail this woman to the cross just because she said she had a conversation.
I'm just saying. My peoples know.
That's all she said.
My peoples know. My enemy is your enemy. Period.
Look, all she said was, I don't even understand. I know I'm not about to trip over someone just telling someone we had a conversation. Because hell yeah, we did. That's my cousin. We did.
But they're the enemy, so they took it and ran with it. Kiki's not at fault. I 100% agree. Kiki is not at fault for what they ran with it and did afterwards. And
that's what Maud is trying to make it seem like, though. She's trying to make Kiki at fault.
No, I'm not. I'm saying Kiki is at fault for being there without Letitia. That's what I'm saying. If I don't fuck with you, you don't fuck with them.
And because of that, therefore, whatever she does and act and say and whatever, it goes back to that.
Can be used against you in the court of the Huntsville streets.
Child.
That's all I'm saying. That is all. The only thing I'm saying is you have to know your audience. You have to know who you're around. You have to know people's intentions. She felt like she was the it girl for a minute. She was invited somewhere. She's getting camera time, and
it's not just she was,
and they ran with it. That part's not her fault.
Dina, it wasn't that she was not invited. It was all about camera time. That's all.
I mean, you are making a show. You making a show. That's what the cameras are there for.
So you compromise. You compromise.
What?
You throw under the bus your cousin you grew up together. Just because
how she throw her under the bus? See,
it wasn't intentional. Here's the thing. Let's be clear. I am not saying it was intentional. It's not like you went to the mean girl table and sat down and said, "Oh, let me tell you about my cousin." Kiki felt some type of way because she got invited. She was feeling like, "Oh, I'm the in girl. I'm in the in crowd, whatever." And she overstepped in her talking, and then the girls ran with it in a disrespectful way. So I'm not throwing Kiki totally under the bus, but what I'm saying is again, if we all three cousins and somebody don't like one of y'all and invite me to an event, I'm not going.
It was intentional. It was intentional. Of course it was.
The whole shit was intentional. Mel wasn't. If y'all want to say Kiki was intentional,
I'm saying Mel and the other girls was intentional. I really felt like Kiki thought it was a safe place to speak, but the vultures wanted information.
The
vultures wanted information.
Yes, and then they didn't get it because she didn't give anything, and
they ran with what she gave. Let me explain the best way I can ever explain it. People say this all the time. It's not what you know, or it's not exactly what happened. It's what you can prove in court. Okay, so she gave a teeny bit of information, and they ran with it and blew it out of proportion to what they could prove, what they've heard based on their rumors. So for them, it solidified what they had heard, but she really didn't give them
anything.
And
that's what I'm saying.
But this goes back to if you were not around them to give them the information, this would have never taken place.
She was invited.
She was invited, but just, you know what? I've been invited a lot of places. I've been invited to swingers parties. I've been invited to join cults. I've been invited to join a harem. I get scammed daily invited to join shit. Just because you invited don't mean you got to go.
She ain't went in a long time, so she decided to go to this one. Big whoop. She wanted to go.
You know what I tell people?
After not going to so many already, saying no. She said yes to one.
And you know what? This is what I tell people. Don't be so thirsty that you drink from everybody, because that's how you get poisoned.
Yeah.
And she wasn't thirsty. She didn't even drink from everyone. All she said was yes. The girls went and drank from her cup and ran with it. They was thirsty because they wanted to prove something.
Right. But if you would have never, you know they thirsty. If you would have never have placed yourself in that position, they could not have went back and said you said something. That's what I'm saying. I don't think
they pulled hands from all she said was yes.
And they ran with it. They ran with it like it was the Olympic torch, and they was in Atlanta for the 1996 Olympics. They ran with it.
Ain't like I gotta sit here like, oh, I can't say yes because they're gonna say this and say that. Those some grown ass bitches, and she a grown ass woman too. If they want to run with something, that's their own problem. If they trying to make something,
but they painted her out to be the villain in the moment.
Out of nothing, that's their own problem. But I'm not about to sit here and just say a bold face like, no, I didn't talk to my cousin. Looking damn near stupid, knowing damn well that she did. Because all she did was say yes. And what they did with it was their problem. And they created that monster for themselves. That's what that was.
I get all that. I'm just
horse until it's dead, but
you surely can. But all I'm saying is, in a perfect world, you don't place yourself in a position to have somebody go back and say something about your family. That's all I'm saying.
You can't say yes. That's fucked up.
All these women is fucked up. They live and breathe for the drama because the drama is giving them the checks to buy them horrible ass wigs. Horrible.
Speaking of wigs, real quick. So, to get on the topic of hair, I'm really wondering what is up with Kimmy for her to cut all her hair off. Cause and you see she had, I can't hear you again, and you know she has the pat on her in the previews. I think something really is going on with her that she hasn't, come public about yet. So I'm really
you and I know because I not only is she cutting her hair, but she also has something over here. We know what that is. We know what that is.
I can't wait to see what that's about and whatever that is about.
For that, is she receiving any chemotherapy? Because that's a medical. That's a medical. Yeah, that I have gone through that. I know what that is.
Yeah, me too.
And so
so I'm really I do want to see how that is. So we've got a lot to see. We've got to see the fight. We're gonna see, what Kimmy's going through. We're gonna see the rest of this retreat. I do remember we're gonna see a moment where Marceau and Tisha looks like they're having a vulnerable moment. I don't know what that's about. Maybe that could be about the friend passing. Again, I'm not sure, but we're gonna see more of that. So we still have to see. We have to look forward to some scenes between Mel and Martell again because they filmed again. And of course, they're probably not filming again now because of the whole custody battle thing that's going on. And that's a whole nother big. Y'all know that earlier last week she issued an emergency custody hearing to want to have the kids sole custody right then and there, I guess. And the judge did not rule in her favor due to the 56 days that Martell was away from them before. So the judge, I guess, basically ruled in Martell's favor. So it's a lot going on the show.
They have drama every day.
And it's still a lot going on with everything. And of course, even though the show is back, I'm going to still be doing Huntsville Chronicle for whatever is happening during real time. So now we got
let's talk about Kiss My Cheeks comment, because honestly, I think from the preview, Martell was kind of offended that his assistant, event planner, whoever she is, didn't want to sleep with him. Does he think everybody in America wants to sleep with him? Because I know that peen is contaminated.
I mean, when you're around somebody for so long, you start thinking some type of way. you see somebody else want to marry him, you might be thinking like, yeah, she got a good one. I wonder, what's so good about him, and you know how that goes.
Because he said, in the preview, he said, so you don't want to sleep with me? Like, he was upset almost. Like, no, not everybody wants to sleep with you. Don't get me wrong. Martell is a very, very handsome man. But his track record got me wanting to go to the clinic, and I ain't even slept with him yet.
Right. That part.
I'm just saying, just watching on TV, I feel like I caught something from watching everybody he done bed hopped with. And then he was talking about baby mama number 6 in the strip club. So you out here wanting to get strippers pregnant? Like,
He wanted to get everybody pregnant. I don't know. He's trying to be the next Nick Cannon around here for all we know.
Well, him and Kiki Wyatt already, Adam and Eve.
Where have you been? Yes, the whole assistant thing. You got to look at the trailer, girl. The trailer. You got to look at them. What did Mel lose? I thought Martell took it to court for full custody. He's getting that. No, so there was just an emergency custody hearing that she had just last week because of when Martell had leaked the audio of him and Mariah talking when she was repeating that Mel told her that he be getting people pregnant and all this other type of stuff. So she didn't like that he leaked that audio. And so she went and called for an emergency hearing based on that alone and was trying to get sole custody just right then and there, I guess, from that leaked audio. But the judge ruled in his favor. So it didn't happen.
In April, I did slip up and say yeah, but trust me, he is not on my list of people to do because I know he contaminated. It was an accident.
2.0 that people like to say. His assistant that was with him at the winery and all of that stuff.
Well, I think she's his PR person. She's the one booking all his little wine events and stuff. She's like a manager of PR, whatever she's doing for him. But he really does think everybody wants him. And if he was an upstanding man and not out here running around on his wife and popping out babies and having fake relationships to still be relevant and going from Love and Marriage Huntsville to Real Housewives of Atlanta, he might actually be a catch. But at this point in time, he's contaminated. He's like property. Everybody then got on the merry-go-round.
And Dina, to add to that, okay, he's going to Real Housewives of Atlanta, but it's a senior citizen, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to have to be going to CVS to be buying things because it's dry. It's dry. You know what I'm saying? It's dry.
Woo! Okay.
Cherie's Pond.
I got to refill my little drinky drink on that one.
Cherie's Pond.
I'm done with my drink. Don't let me go straight from the bottle now.
Girl, you're going to have to drink straight from the bottle, girl.
Cherie's Pond is dry and contaminated.
And hell, and the way she out here faking the funk, she probably he think he going to bed with her, but she got a stunt double or something. The way she ripping off other people's clothes,
you know what I'm saying?
Pull the old switcheroo on him.
But then the dude, he lives with his mama in Alabama.
And I just want to make it known and clear that tonight I am drinking Tito's and not Inez wine like I was supposed to.
Don't tell them. If Tito's.
And while she got the Tito's, I got let me see if I can get it. The Lunazol tequila. It does come in silver and gold. What you sipping on, Maud, over there?
Well, what you eating on? Because, girl, you've been eating like throughout the whole entire damn life.
That's lemon.
Lemon drop?
I'm not going to say what I'm drinking until they pay me.
I'm trying to get paid over here, damn it. I'm trying to get paid.
I need my tambourine for that.
Okay, so until they pay me to say what I'm mixing it over here, They're not getting any promotion.
Well, just tell us, Maude, is it vodka? Or are you on the cognac?
It's vodka. It's vodka.
Okay.
You know,
wait, hold on. Wait, what? Guess what? What? No, what? No, he didn't. What? Okay. That's what we out here doing?
She by Sheree is she by Amazon.
She by Amazon, she by Shein, she by AliExpress.
She by Fashion Nova.
She by City Trends. She
by Rainbow.
She by Kohl's.
Rainbow.
She by Didi's Discounts. Sure.
She by Goodwill.
Woo, that's the best one. That is the comment of the night. She by Goodwill. Okay.
Oh Lord Jesus.
I mean, she could have changed up the stripes from 3 to 2 or 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, she could have made the mesh on the side a different color than the sweat than the legging or whatever. She could have did something, because now don't get us twisted. You know, Nike and Adidas put out some of the same shit. I personally am Team Nike. So, but yeah. You could have, did a little funny something with the color scheme, but that shit is exactly the fucking same.
Hold on,
all you did was slap a scar on the chest. She by lawsuit. Oh, I think she might got you beat.
I think so. You got me, girl. You got me. Girl, if they would come, they sure can. I ain't tripping. But Martell ain't even looking at my inbox that I had. My DM, when I asked him, like, what up? I ordered my shit. I sent him a message and a screenshot of my order and number and everything. He ain't even looked at it. And I know and we clearly know he's been on Instagram. He is not looking at his DMs.
He is not the businessman he claims to be.
He ain't gonna look at mine unless I send him a picture half naked of a female or something. That's the only way he gonna look at my DM. So I ain't got nothing coming. But what I am gonna do is reach out and get my goddamn money back. And then I will probably
I'm about to say they ain't got no customer service number. Cause see, I'm a bold bitch. I'd have hit the call button, FaceTime button on the message. And then he'd been like, oh, who called me FaceTime? This some little young cutie. First words, where my money at?
Bitch better have my money.
Hey, pay me what you owe me. No, okay.
Don't act like you forgot. Shit. He obviously forgot.
I'm just saying that's one thing I don't play about is my money. And that calendar probably wasn't all that great to begin with.
But he wanted to promote this goddamn wine, but ain't shipping out this goddamn wine. Like, put him on.
I say we just go down to Huntsville, Alabama, and we sit on him until he gets us the money and the wine. And matter of fact, all this shit need to be free because we had to pay to come down to this godforsaken country ass town.
I'm about to do something because where is my shit? Girl, I'm about to get you some.
You know what? You might as well get you some.
The governor and the motherfucking congressman.
You might as well go on and order you some sweet bitch from Tasha K and use the promo code. I bet that shit come on time.
I know my chocolate in a bottle came on time. No, I want to try that. I still ain't tried it, but I want me some Taylor port wine. You know,
have you seen the Cardi B shots?
The what?
Cardi B has shots out.
Do she? How much?
I don't know. Christelle sent it to me, and when she first came out with them, it was sold out. And then one time it was on there, and before I could get my credit card out to buy them, they was gone. It's like a whip. It's like a whipped cream shot.
While the show is airing, because when everyone else tweeting about it and hashtagging it, that's what I'm gonna do. Thank you, April. That's what I'm gonna do, because that's where they be at. And I know he active on Twitter too. They all be active on Twitter, and that's where it be going down. Right when the show is airing, while the show is airing, I'm gonna do that. Put them straight.
I told you that we need to do the Twitter airspace. What do you call it?
Oh yeah, yes, Twitter Spaces.
Yeah.
You want to do a Twitter space before the show tomorrow, next weekend?
Yes.
Okay, so Cardi B has a thing. It's called Whip Shots. It's a vodka infused whipped cream.
Oh,
that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Okay. And I mean, it's a little on the expensive side, but I guess they increased production because it looks like you can buy it now.
How much?
There is Liquor Mates is $28.99.
Hell no.
For how many?
That's a whole bottle.
Hold on, I'm clicking on it. Hold on, calm down now. Calm down. You might get a variety pack or something. I don't know.
Checking you, boo. It was good. I even was gonna buy another bottle. However, the price went up. Yesterday's price was not today's price, so I didn't get it. But it was like $50 the second time for it. I was like, I ain't paying no $50. I'll pay the $25, $30. But it had hope went up like a whole nother $20, $30 more. I was like, nah.
I wonder why. Yeah.
But it was good. I liked it. I drank it.
Yeah, it's expensive. They come in caramel, vanilla, and mocha. And for a 50 milliliter is $28.99. The 375 milliliter is $69.99. And the 200 milliliter is $44.99.
Hell no.
On one website. But I mean, at least you can get it now because it was sold out for months.
Congrats to her. Maybe I'll get it when I get my sugar daddy.
Yeah, but I was gonna let the rich people get it, and then the commoners.
No, I'm gonna have to put that on somebody else.
I mean, there's another website that has it for like $24.99. You know what I'm saying? And then they have their own. But anyways, it's whipshots.com. www.whipshots.com.
Look, I'll get a sale, or I get a coupon, or I get a 10% off or something.
Look, I'll be on Retail Me Not real fast and give me a promo code. I ain't playing.
For real, because that's too much. I don't. That's too much. First of all, I need
mad at the store when the whipped cream is $6.99, let alone $24.99 for some whipped cream.
Look, can you take the whipped cream off for like $2? I'll have my own whipped cream. Like,
but I love me some Cardi B, so I'm gonna try it eventually. Maybe next time I get a bonus check.
That's too much.
Next time I get a bonus check.
I'm sure it's great, but I'm sorry, honey. I can't do that. That's too much money for me. That's just not gonna happen.
I'm with April here about tweeting it. Tweet that shit and at his ass like I need a refund. Martell's a bad businessman or something. I bet somebody maybe the girl that don't want to sleep with him will reach back out to you or something. Somebody reach out to you because they don't like that.
Somebody have to reach out to me because where is my wine at? It's been over a freaking month since I ordered it, and I ordered it just to make sure it would be here, and it's not. I'm going to the website right now. Talk about buy now. No, I want to complain now.
I have so much fun with you guys. Oh my God. Mom, you missed it last night. We were supposed to be on Sons of Anarchy for like 30, 45 minutes, turned into 2 hours. We was lit. I have so much fun with you guys. And really the only reason why I started watching it is because there was a couple times there wasn't anybody to participate in the panel, but then when I participate with you and Maud, I have so much fun. It prompted me to continue to watch the show.
We a vibe over here, Dina. We a vibe.
I thoroughly enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying? And like checking you Boo said earlier, I'm raw, authentic, uncut, no filter.
Oh, we know that.
This is me.
Oh, we know that. Oh, we know that. We know that.
Yeah.
We know
So
that.
for those who haven't seen me before, I am like the outsider voice because I did not watch.
Listen,
all
I'm always like, Dina, Dina, do you know this person? Are you able to get their names and find out what they do? And Dina would be like,
undisputed
give me
queen.
Dina would be like,
is in the house.
Dina would be like, give me a second.
Y'all just don't know. Me and the internet have this great love affair. You know, you know what? If I ever come into some money, I am thinking about opening up my own private investigator firm because I have been able to connect people with people they've been looking for a long time. I have been able to find out information and do background checks for people that they're dating. I find information like we did on some of the Ready to Love cast members.
And then got our head chewed off because of it, because someone couldn't take it. And
you can't take the heat, get the fuck out the kitchen. That's all I got to say. Because once you put your face on a TV screen, whether it be me or Barbara Walters, somebody gonna find out all your business. So it is what it is. But that's what I do. So
subscribe.
I'm definitely thinking of a way I can, make some money. So, if anybody needs my services for a small fee, I can help you out.
If you're looking for someone, you want to try someone, and you want to find out with somebody about, get in touch with your girl, Dina, aka Christina.
She remains the undisputed receipt queen.
The undisputed receipt queen.
Don't get it twisted.
I'm looking at all these banners I made. Plugged in. I remember that. And then we got this one, Seek the Ancestors.
Oh, yes.
Gina, remember this one? Where it go? Where is it go? Oh, where it go? Cheeseburger.
What is the deal with cheeseburger? Y'all gotta explain that to me.
Cheeseburger, where is that from?
I don't even remember, but I just kept that was a safe word for something, and I just kept blasting out cheeseburger.
But we always have a good time here. These shows be giving you life.
Wait, I saw that. What is happening with Ray J? I saw that.
These Kardashians, it's over for them.
Ray J called Chris a racist liar.
I saw that.
And can I please don't be mad at me if I shout out another YouTuber, but okay. So Tisa Tells, Tisa. Yes, Tisa Tells is completely, well, she does a lot of stuff, but she has a lot of information on the Kardashians. So I saw her post it. I haven't watched the video. I added to my watch later, but she has a video out right now about Ray J calling Chris, is her last name Jenner still or whatever? Yeah.
Whoa. He's live. He's live.
He's live right now. Yeah, he's been live like all day long.
And so he called Chris a racist. What did he call her? A racist liar. So Ray J is mad because apparently he's always said that this sex tape was a negotiated deal to launch Kim, and he's been quiet for a long time. But earlier in the last season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, where they made it seem like Kanye had to go and get the laptop, and he said, I never had any copies of the sex tape. Chris has all the copies of the sex tape. Chris negotiated a deal for it to be leaked to boost Kim's career or whatever took place. So not Kim, but Chris been pimping out her daughters for a very, 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 very long time.
Kris Jenner is Gemma Teller. She's the gatekeeper.
Very much so.
Gemma Teller.
Kris Jenner is Mommy Dearest.
That's what I call
with a little bit of Superfly, because she's a pimp. Kris Jenner is a pimp.
Oh, definitely.
Iceberg Slim, a pimp named Slickback, Ike Turner, whatever. Kris Jenner is a pimp.
Don Juan.
Yeah, Bishop Magic, Don Juan, all of that.
Yes. And she knows it. They all know it. That's what it's about. That's that. But okay, y'all, we've been on here for 2 hours and 6 minutes.
Having a grand old time.
Having too much fun up on here. But I appreciate y'all ladies for coming through. Dina, it's always a pleasure to have you. You know, you're always welcome whenever you want to come through up in these streets.
Well, I remain.
I will be here as long as I watch the episode and have a fresh bottle. I will be here.
Well, you come back next weekend because I'm gonna be really lit because I ain't got to work that weekend.
Whoop whoop.
Y'all know what's going on, and we might be on a little bit earlier since I ain't got to work that weekend.
Yes, that's good. That's good. We can start.
Are you gonna go on right after the first airing?
Yes, we're gonna go. I'm gonna give people a chance to pee and make something to eat real quick. So we'll do 9:30 next. Okay. Yeah, we'll do an hour earlier. So y'all be here at 9:30. I'm gonna actually I'll probably make the right now. I ain't gonna send the link to y'all until later because we're gonna be talking in between the whole week anyway. Y'all gonna get lost up in the thing, or I'll email it to y'all.
And I remain the undisputed
African queen. Yes. Yeah, so what y'all got coming up this week? Y'all want to promote?
Bell Collective. We gotta do that.
We are so behind. We are so behind.
Mm-hmm.
We can catch up on Tuesday, so we don't have to wait till Friday. I got Tuesday off if you want.
Okay, we can do that on Tuesday.
Okay.
And I just have I have self-care Sundays word on the street tomorrow, and it's been so much going on with Tiffany Haddish and Ari Spears and all the other different things going on. I'm trying to get my topics together, but that will be tomorrow at noon Central Standard Time. And then I have
Ari Spears video that's out.
Yes, I'm gonna talk about that. And then I have House of the Dragon. I've been a little slack this week because of the holiday and threw me off my schedule. So I'm going to do episodes, 3 and 4 or whatever it is, Monday.
Are you on your Sunday care? Are you adding the bills to the situation? Because we got the kickoff. We remain.
Oh my God. Alicia was killing me with that.
Look, let me tell you something. I am a avid football fan, and I have been in love with football for many years. But I am sad to say that because my team has gone through the changes that they have gone through, our quarterback was shot and injured.
Which team?
On the Commanders, the Washington Commanders, formerly known as the Redskins, formerly known as the Washington football team. I'm trying to get into the football moment, but congratulations to your Bills, because I did watch that game and they look absolutely phenomenal out on the field. And I'm sure they're going to have a great season. But I'm trying to get my football mojo back, which is really weird for me because I just feeling some type of way about football and my team. So
we remain. Listen, we're gonna be celebrating.
And y'all be the first. So this is late breaking news. I am officially thinking about switching teams, and I have been a Redskins fan since 1986. Y'all, I have been a Redskins fan since 1986. But they have disappointed me so bad. I am seriously thinking about switching teams.
Well, let us
are
know
you coming to Buffalo? You can come to Buffalo.
I will not be coming to Buffalo. I need to pick a team that I can actively go to their games. So at this point where I'm at, it would be the Denver Broncos, Kansas City Chiefs, or Dallas Cowboys, which I refuse to be a Dallas Cowboys fan because of the rivalry with the Redskins. So I'm either going to keep my team or switch to the Denver Broncos or the Kansas City Chiefs. That's what's there.
And y'all know, y'all bet not.
What Ellen B said I should have been switched. Lord.
Who said that? Hold
on. Ellen V, you know I love you, girl, but you're right. She's so right. We ain't won a Super Bowl in like 30 years.
Girl, I want a cheeseburger. But on the topic, y'all know what Monday really is.
Yes, tell her.
Yes, Monday is finally here.
Yes, Sons of Anarchy.
Now we here. Sons of Anarchy is going down Monday at 10 o'clock Eastern time. I've already watched the pilot last night because I couldn't wait, but I'm going to watch it again tomorrow night to be fresh on my head. I forgot the craziness that happens the very first episode. My God. Oh my God.
What channel?
It's on Hulu now because the show is no longer on. I'm going back to do a show that's not even on no more.
That was one hell of a show, and I'm ready to take the ride again.
It's on Hulu. And oh my God, I totally forgot about what happened to win the very first episode. Girl.
I'm excited that we have so much going on. Mod, Confessions, myself, we have so much going on. I'm just super excited that everybody's doing big things.
We does this. We stay busy. Well, ladies, let's call this a wrap. I know we all need to get something to eat, shower, and everything. I have not eaten all day long. Do you know this woman that I work with? She called in. And so I had to work by myself. And I'm a screener at a hospital. So that means I couldn't take a lunch. I couldn't even go take a piss. I had to sit in the same spot for the whole entire time.
Oh, see, I'd have got up to go to the bathroom. They got me fucked up.
So, I only did one time. Like if I have the bubble guts or something, I got to go. That's the only time because I can't. But that's the only time. But y'all, it's been love. Make sure y'all tune in to Dina tomorrow for Word on the Street. Matt, are you doing anything tomorrow?
I don't know tomorrow, but I might do Real House of Dubai.
Oh, okay. And if there's anything going on in these Huntsville streets tomorrow, I will be here tonight to do a Huntsville Chronicle. Anytime something goes on in these Huntsville streets, y'all can always come to me for Huntsville Chronicle because I will be talking about it that night. It's going to be good. Yes, we are the Three Musketeers. Okay, I like that. Yes,
we are. The Three Musketeers, the Three Amigos.
I fucks with that. I can dig it. Well, all right, y'all. It's a wrap on the mid-season premiere of Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 4. And thanks for watching. I'm out this nasty thing.